from Starliner Music. Today in my Fingerboard Geometry series we'll be talking about the Augmented Triad. First we'll look at some fingerings and then we'll do some exercises. Here we go. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, today in Fingerboard Geometry we'll be talking about the Augmented Triad. The Augmented Triad consists of a root, a major third, and an augmented fifth. We have three basic directions we can finger that in. Let's start out with the toward the nut direction. That means I'm going to point both the major third and the augmented fifth in the nut direction. Let's look at logic at the 5th fret. So I'll be starting with my root A on the 6th string. Here's the root A, and here's the major third, C sharp, and then here is the augmented fifth, E sharp, otherwise known as F. Then we can take that same logic and apply it to root D. So here's D, and it's major third, F sharp, and there we have the sharp 5, A sharp. Our next root is G, and then we have the major third, that's B, and we have to tuning adjust for the augmented fifth, that's D sharp, and then we have our last triad here, C, and the major third's tuning adjusted, that's E, and the G sharp, the sharp 5 is here. So we have. Now let's look at the fingering in the nut bridge orientation. With nut bridge fingerings, we point the major third toward the nut and the, in this case, sharp 5 toward the bridge. So let's start out with A again at the 5th fret. A, C sharp, that's our third, and our sharp 5 is E sharp. Then we go on to D, D, major third is F sharp, sharp 5 is A sharp, then on to G, major third is B, the sharp 5 is D sharp, then I'll go on to C, the major third is E, that's tuning adjusted, and then our sharp 5 is G sharp, and then finally here's E, the major third is G sharp, and then our sharp 5 is B sharp, otherwise known as C. Now moving on, let's go to the bridge orientation. So both the major third and the augmented fifth will be pointed toward the bridge in these examples. Let's start on A. That's A augmented. Same shape for D augmented. Same shape for G augmented. The fifth is tuning adjusted for C augmented. And we're back to the normal shape for E augmented. Let's go on to some exercises. Now for the exercises, we'll be playing triads from each string in 3 directions. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of triads on the root D just to get you started, and then I will perform the other examples. So we'll be finding D on the 6th string, and that's going to be the 10th fret. And then we'll play the augmented triad in the nut direction, in the nut bridge direction, and in the bridge only direction. Then we'll proceed to repeat that from the next string. So that's the 5th string. So now D augmented from the 5th string toward the nut, nut bridge, and then bridge only. Then we go to D on the 4th string and repeat. Go all the way to the 2nd string. From the 2nd string, though, you can only finger the augmented triad in 2 directions. That would be nut bridge and bridge only. Please don't forget about the tuning adjustment. That's it for the Augmented Triad. I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music, and I hope to see you back on my channel soon.